Hey guys, welcome and welcome back to the channel. Today's video is full of homemaking and cleaning motivation, so if you enjoy that type of content, continue watching. And at the end of the video, please remember to hit that like and subscribe button and share this channel with your family and friends. So, let's get started. Today's video is about two of my favorite things, homemaking, which means to me taking care of my family, and cleaning, taking care of my home. And we're starting with homemaking today because I want to cook breakfast for the family consisting of crispy bacon, scrambled eggs with cheese, and chicken flavored grits. I try to cook breakfast at least twice a week, and I try to cook it in bulk so there's always leftovers in the fridge. Before I start cooking, though, I like to gather everything I need because the worst feeling is finding out you're missing something and you've already started. I'm prepping my baking sheets to cook the bacon in the oven. I found for the most perfectly crispy, evenly cooked bacon, you need to cook it in the oven versus on the stovetop. Cooking bacon on the stove creates splatters all over your stovetop, and it also creates those hot spots in the pan, and what that does is it causes the bacon to cook faster, so some of the bacon's cooked and then some of the bacon is not. Cooking the bacon in the oven, on the other hand, ensures all your bacon cooks evenly, and it's not as messy as cooking it on the stovetop. Also, quick tip for lining your baking sheet with parchment paper. All you need to do is turn your cookie sheet over, place your parchment paper on top, and make a crease. Then flip the cookie sheet back over, place the parchment paper inside, and crease your edge. I use kitchen shears to cut open food items in my kitchen versus scissors because I don't wash my scissors regularly. If you do use scissors in your kitchen, be sure to wash them in hot soapy water and then dry them by hand so they don't rust. As I stated earlier, I like to cook in bulk, and I purchase most of my meats in bulk. That is why I love shopping at Sam's Warehouse. I always purchase a 3-pack of bacon and cook it up all at once. We also use the bacon in other recipes. Now that my bacon is prepped and ready to go in the oven, I can start on my grits. During my kitchen renovation, I chose not to get a pot filler. I regret that decision every time I have to fill a pot with water. After placing my pot of water on the stovetop, I added 7 chicken flavored bouillon cubes. And while waiting for the water to boil and the bouillon cubes to dissolve, I decided to go ahead and get started on the scrambled eggs with cheese. As you've seen, I've cracked 12 eggs and I've added 4 ounces of sharp cheddar. I also usually add silk unsweetened milk, but I was out on this day. I now want to add my iodized salt, some table grind black pepper, and I also want to add some freshly ground whole black peppercorns. And the reason why is it brings out a different taste. And if you don't have a grinder like the one seen here, I picked that up from TJ Maxx. You can also find it at Marshall's and Walmart. Lastly, if you want the taste of whole peppercorns but you don't want to buy the grinder, just fold your peppercorns inside of a natural paper coffee filter. The natural paper coffee filters are the brown ones. They're much stronger than the white one. And then smash that coffee filter with the flat side of a meat mallet, and that way you can crush that pepper up. And then use that coffee filter as a funnel and just pour it into your recipe. Now that my chicken bouillon cubes are dissolved, I can add my grits. I want to add my grits slowly, and I also want to stir while doing it. This prevents lumps from forming. And by the way, I'm only using old-fashioned grits, not the quick grits. Also, if the grits become thick and hard and are crunchy to the taste, you want to reduce the heat and add more water while stirring until the grits become creamy. My family and I, we like our bacon crispy, so if the bacon instructions say 17 minutes, I may cook it for about 30 minutes. I also use the bottom oven of my double ovens because I don't want to heat up my control pad. Over time, this fries the wiring. So as you can see, the bacon is not cooked to my liking, so I'm going to add additional time and then check later. This glass bread storage container at Walmart is great for storing my bacon. I also place a paper towel at the bottom of the container to soak up the bacon fat. Once my unsalted butter melts, I can add the eggs, and I cook my eggs in butter because the buttery taste adds that best flavor. Also, I keep the heat relatively low and I whisk the eggs until I receive my desired consistency. Once everything is done, the family helps themselves while I place everything in the sink and spray it with Dawn Power Wash. While I eat breakfast, the Dawn Power Wash will loosen up the grease and the food particles, which will make it easier to clean later. Everyone is done, but within 30 minutes, I'll refrigerate any leftovers. It's important that you refrigerate your leftovers within 2 hours of cooking the food or after you removed it from the appliance. Anything left out over 2 hours, you need to throw it away. Why? Because you're putting yourself at risk for food poisoning. I always wash my stainless steel cookie sheets with warm soapy water and dry them by hand. If you place these in the dishwasher, the heat and detergent may corrode it or damage it over time. As always, I clean my sink, and I feel as if I say it about 1,000 times, and I apologize to you guys that have heard it, but it's worth repeating. Clean your kitchen sink after doing your dishes. Those food particles that you're leaving behind, they build up in bacteria, and it can make you sick. So again, clean your sink after doing the dishes. We can now get to the cleaning portion of today's video, starting with my kitchen countertops. I keep my countertops relatively clean as I cook because I wipe and trash items as I cook, but I still wipe my countertops down again to remove anything I missed. And once the appliances cool that I've used, I wipe those down as well. My toaster about once per week to keep my food from getting that burnt taste over time, and it also reduces the chance of a fire. these air fryer liners from Amazon. The air fryer container began to discolor because I was cleaning it so much, and I didn't want those particles in my food. I still clean it after each use, but I no longer need to worry about it contaminating my food. Now that my cooktop and oven have cooled, I can clean them. I've made it a habit to clean my appliance after each use, and this has saved myself a lot of time. I remember having to soak my oven racks and cooktop grates in warm water, baking soda, and dish detergent to remove that crud. Now I'll just take a few minutes each day and wipe and go. As I stated earlier, I routinely use my bottom oven and only use the top oven for Thanksgiving and Christmas. Also, I purchased this liner from Amazon. It protects the bottom of the oven from any spills. I vacuum each room of my home at least once a week, but to prevent bugs, I vacuum my kitchen at least 3 times a week. It's amazing how great food crumbs are at hiding. Later, you will see a host of them in my dining chairs. Also, I stopped using my steam mop on my laminate floors. I noticed a few areas that have begun to warp, especially in front of my fridge. I still use my steam mop, but only on the tile that's located in my laundry room and bathrooms. In last week's video, I told you guys about this crevice tool that comes with the Dyson V15 vacuum. It comes in handy with these dining chairs. This is my first time using this tool here. I normally would just sweep the area, but this gadget, it got all of the crumbs out of the cracks. So from this day forward, I will be using this tool. Now that the kitchen is clean, I can finally grab a cup of coffee and take a much-deserved break. I have several appointments scheduled so far this week, so I need to iron 3 outfits. As a person who suffers from anxiety, I hate leaving my home. I think I was one of the few people who had the best time of her life during the shutdown. I also washed, dried, and now will fold my 1 load of laundry for the day. By washing at least 1 load of laundry per day, it's not as overwhelming as it used to be. I'm now in the hallway by the door leading to the garage. I want to give this area a deep clean by washing the walls, doors, and vacuuming. My goal for the rest of the year is to have all the walls and doors of my home cleaned before the new year, so several of my upcoming videos will include this. For those that are new to my channel, I use the Zep Foaming Wall Cleaner and a microfiber cloth to clean my doors, walls, and moldings. I want to do the same thing in my laundry room, clean the door, walls, moldings, vacuum, and mop. I'm not using my steam cleaner today, only my Swifter. It's dinner time, and today I want to cook a simple homemade chicken ramen. I'm trying to use up that leftover chicken we've had in the fridge for over a week before it goes bad. Also, I've shared this recipe before as it's one of my family favorites. And all you need to do is put some oil on a pan over medium heat, add some garlic and some ginger, and stir that together until it softens. After your garlic and ginger have softened, you want to add the soy sauce and mirin. And mirin is basically sherry, which is cooking wine. And you want to stir that together until it's combined and then cook it another minute. After the soy sauce and the sherry have cooked for about a minute, you want to add your chicken stock and stir well and then let that boil. Now today I'm not adding mushrooms, but if you wanted to add mushrooms, you would do that at this time. And then you would simmer that gently for about 10 minutes and season it with salt to taste. I just finished chopping up the chicken we had in the refrigerator, and I'm also removing the boiled eggs. Now I'm going to add the ramen noodles. Now understand, if you don't already have your chicken cooked, you need to make sure you do that. And you also need to make sure you cook your boiled eggs. So I'm adding 4 packs of ramen noodles and the seasoning. The recipe that I'm going to link below will only ask you for 2. But remember, I always double my recipes. Once your noodles have softened, you want to add your chicken and then cook for another 2 to 3 minutes. And if you want to add scallions with your green onions, you can chop those up and layer them on top and then add your eggs and you're done. After dinner, I refrigerate my leftovers and then I begin cleaning my kitchen. For those that are new to my channel, I only use glass storage containers, and there are many reasons, but the Main reasons are glass is like a non-porous material, so the surface doesn't absorb those stains, food, and germs. And also those glass containers don't absorb stains and the smell of the foods you keep in them. I asked you guys in a previous video if you unload all of your dishes from the dishwasher at once and then put them all away, or do you unload and put each item away? All of you that responded stated that you unload all of your dishes and then you put them away as I do. Also, I love to hear from you guys, so please leave me a comment, and if you subscribe to my channel, I'll always subscribe to yours. By the way, the only gripe I have about using glass storage containers are these Rubbermaid lids. The problem with these Rubbermaid lids is that if you don't completely dry them out before storing them, eventually they're going to crack. And I also don't like using the wood suction tops on some glass containers because I found that it doesn't seal properly, which causes mold. Also, if you're new to my channel, I only use stainless steel cookware and on occasion cast iron because they're far more durable than other materials used to make cookware. I also switched all of my daily dishware to Corelle because Corelle is far more durable than porcelain products, and they're simple, practical, and affordable. After unloading my dishwasher, I immediately load dishes from dinner. I may not run a cycle of dishes if it's not fully loaded. That's one of the reasons why I wash my dishes before loading them in the dishwasher. I failed to mention earlier that I saw at Walmart these scented, lemon scented deodorizer tablets. I didn't purchase them because you can actually make your own with just diced lemon, water, vinegar, and salt. For a quick cleanup this evening, I'm using the Clorox wipes on my cooktop and my countertops. And also part of my nighttime cleaning routine is shaking the rug that's located by our back door and then sweeping it up. If you didn't see that nighttime clean with me video, go back and check it out. If you made it this far in the video, I want to thank you for watching Sissy Spaces. And as always, if you enjoyed today's video, please remember to hit that like and subscribe button and share this channel with your family and friends. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.